Oh, God.
Have you seen the show Pen 15?
No.
This is not the time to bring it up.
All right, this is for after the podcast.
Y'all ever had an intrusive thought before?
And we're live. Welcome back to Two Baltimorons with Christian Olson and
Heather Kelley. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Heather, how are things going with you?
Things are going fantastic. I cannot complain on this end. How about you, sir?
That was the most robotic answer. You didn't move. You're like, things are going so good. I cannot complain on this end. What else do you want to know? You know?
I'm the AI that you pick up the phone for.
That was when we went to Tom Ferry and we saw that woman on the screen and it was all AI generated. It was just no movement, no nothing. She was like,
I know. I literally was like,
what else do you want to know?
That's funny.
How was your Monday morning? And it's just literally there was no other movement or anything to that. It was.
I'm feeling a little apathetic. I'm not gonna lie.
What is that?
But it's just cold out and it's just gross and.
Yesterday it was hot as hell.
I know, but. I'm just being a little shit, and I know that. So
what I am kind of happy about is that I feel like the sun is coming up earlier. Today I woke up at 6:30 or 7, and I was like, damn, it's time to get up and start rocking and rolling.
Yes,
but then come 3 p.m., I'm like, all right, time to hit the fucking bed.
No, literally, last night I left dinner with Alex, my best friend, at maybe 8, and I was like, boy, I'm beat. How am I still out of the house at this godforsaken hour?
Yeah.
This is
This
is a problem. But we circled back.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
How's real estate going? How are things? What are you seeing out there? Tell us a little bit more.
Real estate's been good. I'm currently under contract, and not to brag, but it put me over $1 million in volume this year. So I'm stoked.
Hell yeah.
My
Congratulations.
fingers are crossed. Thank you. It's not a done deal yet, but we're hopeful.
Okay.
Good amount of people that are, especially what's today?
The 6th.
A lot of people have a first time counseling class today.
Coming up.
They're getting their certification and then they are ready to roll.
Yeah.
And then other things align with today too.
And for the people who don't know what this certification is or this class, where does it all come from? What are some of the opportunities that people can take to get to there? And what is the outcome? Do you know?
Oh, I thought you were about to walk into it. Please tell us. I feel like you're our Trolley Tour spokesperson when it comes to the team.
Maybe. I don't know. So every quarter, maybe, we go to an event here in Baltimore City. It's called the Trolley Tour. It's at different schools and locations throughout, taking people around Baltimore to show some neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
Especially ones that they might not have seen or been through before. Help people pinpoint the community that they want to live in.
And it's always a different location.
Yep.
So it's always different neighborhoods, different communities, different sides of the town.
And so throughout the day, you'll come into maybe an auditorium or gymnasium, chat with different vendors, I guess you can call them.
Everyone.
From real estate agents to lenders to home insurance to...
there's title there. There's community people.
Yeah,
I remember Pigtown community came out, did a highlight of their neighborhood.
Even people who do renovations. Yeah. So many people that work in the Baltimore community are there to help you again with the home buying process or any real estate needs, really. Yeah. And by going to the Trolley Tour, pinpoint the neighborhood, pinpoint certain types of homes you want to look at, and chat with a real estate agent, a lender, whoever it may be, to assist you getting into home ownership. And then signing up for these counseling courses to get your certificate for, I don't know what the real name of the certificate is. I think it's
your first time home buyer counseling.
Yeah,
something. You have to go through some sort of counseling.
But when you get that certificate, you can present it to your lender, and then you're able to take advantage of all the Live Baltimore programs out there. Mm-hmm. And the minimum that you have to bring to the table is $1,000. And to shed some light on some of the situations that we've had, I've had people come to the table with $1,000, and the highest that we had was $38,000 from the city. So as a buyer in today's market, you can go to this event, bring $1,000 to the table, and take advantage of upwards $38,000 towards the purchase of your home. Now, it's not 38 for everybody. You may qualify for something different or more or less, which is totally fine. We're going to figure out what is best fit for you and how we can help you achieve that. I've had people qualify for 20 grand, 25, 15. It's all situational. So if you guys are interested in looking into that and understanding a little bit more about what me and Heather are chatting about, send us a DM, send us a message.
A message.
And we can run through that with you. So you have a couple buyers attending.
Yeah. And then I have people getting stuff off their credit right now. Just a lot of things happening. So a lot of pending, hopefully in the next month or two.
That's great. I love to hear that. You know, Trolley Tour is such a great opportunity for everyone out there.
Especially if you're looking for Baltimore City, and
you really can't beat it.
Honestly.
And like, there's a lottery that's after each individual trolley tour, and it's an extra $5,000 towards the purchase of your home. So if you go under contract within 10 days of the trolley tour, you get entered into a lottery to win an extra $5,000 that you don't have to pay back. It's free $5,000 for getting your certificate, getting under contract, doing all the things to go towards like your closing costs or down payment, whatever it may be.
And it's out of like 30 people, right?
So I don't know the exact number of drawings. It could be 30, it could be 40. But typically only 25 to 30 people enter.
Yeah.
So
I like those odds.
I mean,
that's like 3% in 100, like 3 to 4%, depending on what it lands on.
So many people win it. Mike had a client win it previously, and a lot of people that I chat with have been winners.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a great opportunity to learn about the home buying process, learn about the people that you work with, and get a better understanding of who you trust and want to work with to purchase your home.
Yeah.
So if you have any more questions, reach out to us. But that's super exciting. I have some buyers taking advantage of this opportunity here. Anything else going on?
I'm full-time real estate now, so that's be exciting.
Crushing it. She's been making a shit ton of calls. We love to see it.
I'm trying. You want to know what's been throwing me out? And I haven't loved it? Let's chat about this. Mike, I'm coming for you too. These bullshit batching emails. Because I'll have a crush day, right? Like I'll set 6 appointments. I'll set 4 or 5 buyer consults, a listing consult, and 2 showings. And Christian's like, well, I still won because I sent 3,000 batch emails.
Okay.
And that's horse shit.
Well, here we go.
Back to the fact.
So.
It's okay. We're not competitive. It's just, you know.
Oh, we're not at all.
I just don't love that.
So the emails count as like 1 point, I think, per email, right? But like, what if you were to implement that, right? It's like literally copy paste, put it in there, and you get points. And it's another touch point for your clients. They see the consistency. They see everything.
Yeah. But it's also like I feel like I'm playing with you guys on like the iGames or the Apple games or whatever. Yeah, I feel like I'm running through an arcade and I'm watching your name and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I just killed the zombie right there. Did you guys not see that?
Oh my god,
it's terrible.
It's hilarious. I've never heard that for like our scoreboard or our leaderboard for follow-up balls.
Like, have you seen the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode? It's from this past season. They're all playing laser tag. Essentially that.
I haven't seen it. Hopefully some of the listeners can relate.
Someone's gonna.
But
it's okay.
Like, I don't know. I've been looking at it. It's like the more that I can put into my business, the better off I'll be. But there's always like a balance between it all, right? So I've been
looking to find that too.
It's tough.
How have you been doing that? How has your business been going? Let's throw that question back and kind of.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's a grind. It 110% is, but like if I can put in the time with the phone calls, I know it'll pay off later. So I don't care if like right now I don't see direct success, because we all know in real estate, the conversation you have today should pay off in about 90 days or 3 months, right? So like I know when I'm hopping on the phone, I'm calling someone I've never talked to before, the conversion rate is probably close to 0.
Yeah.
You know, almost every single time. So you go in with the mentality that like it's a numbers game. The next conversation, the next email I get that I can trip on people that I can score an appointment with is going to put me in a much better position. You're just building a database. And that's what I don't want to say that we forget, but building a database is, I don't want to say an art, but like there's something to it. So like
it's a craft for sure.
Yeah, what Ricky Caruth does,
not
he just
necessarily the arts, but the crafts.
Yeah, same thing. But Ricky Caruth, he'll call neighborhoods and just add to his database, put people on HomeBot that are already homeowners, you know, touch base with them once a quarter if they're not that serious right now, but they always know his name. He sends out these emails once a week, providing value, providing perspective, and all these things. And it just puts your name out in front of people. Like I sent an email this morning. It was part of my batch email. But it was someone from the trolley tour, this past one, that I've called, I've texted, whatever. I've never gotten her on the phone. She sends me an email, replies to one of mine this morning, and is like, hey, Christian, I'm looking for homes in this area. Let me know what you have. I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to call her. Hey, what's going on, Sloan? It's Christian Olson with eXp Realty. I just got your email. And if I had not sent those emails, I would have never gotten that connection.
That's fair.
Well, I wouldn't say never, but like...
You wouldn't have had the same opportunity.
Right. And I don't know if Alex Rossi listens to this, but this guy, the guy who we saved $38,000 with for the trolley tour, the way that we helped him, he came to the trolley tour. Me and him connected. It was over like Grateful Dead music. He might have been wearing like a tie-dye shirt or something. Maybe he saw my tattoo. But we connected. And I don't think I had his number. I had his email. I kept sending him stuff. And he saw my picture for Gmail. It was my tie-dye one with my thumbs up. I've changed it, but I should put it back, honestly. And I kept sending him emails like every week or so because I didn't have his number. It's like, hey, man, like, tried reaching out to you. I know we connected at the trolley tour, XYZ. Months go by. We're sitting in our office. Joy comes back to me and she's like, hey, Christian, there's someone on the phone for you. His name's Alex Rossi. And I'm like, Alex Rossi? No fucking way. Alex Rossi is calling right now? Calling the office to chat with me?
Gang.
Crazy, right? But you don't get to that point unless you put in this work, this sacrifice, whether it you truly think it pays off or not. I don't think that's what matters. Like, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? So like, what are we doing differently and what more are we doing? Something I was thinking about this week, and tell me if this is how you feel, but right now in the world, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Or what I mean is like the people who are willing to put in the time and the work are going to be more successful now than ever before than if the people who aren't. Yeah. And I don't want to just relate this to like interest rates, but people like interest rates are high as hell. I'm not like, I understand that. I'm not acknowledging that interest rates are high, but it's the people who
not denoting that rates are high.
I didn't know how to word that, you know? But it's the people who are willing to put in the time, the effort, do things differently, make sacrifice. They're going to be better off in the long run than, trying to wait for that opportunity. And I've been kind of preaching this for the past couple of weeks now. But I find it to be true, and it's kind of how I'm running my business in a way. Fair. So, with everything that's going on, it fucking sucks. It's tough. It's tough. Tough for everybody, not just agents, not just lenders, but people out there. Affordability at an all-time low. I get it. But there's opportunity out there, and you just need to be willing to accept what's going on and take some risks, take some action to put yourself in a little bit better position when the time comes. Yeah. So that's kind of how I feel in a nutshell. Okay. Business wise, like things are great. I am at 19 closed and pending right now. Yay. I'm hoping to be at 20 by the end of day today. Fingers crossed. We submitted an offer last night. And I'm working with a few people. I'd hope to be maybe 21 or 22. I don't know how it'll play out, but things are just great in my opinion. But it definitely comes with a lot of phone calls, a lot of conversations, a lot of things that miss. Yeah. It's funny as it sounds. It's what's the quote? Was it Gretzky or I think it was Gretzky? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I don't know who
or it was Jordan maybe, but like it's 100% true. Yeah. So like if you look at it as a numbers game, I'm making all these contacts, trying to build up my business, and regardless if somebody says no, I'm like okay, next person. Yeah. And what are the odds I'll meet that person ever? Mm-hmm. Slim to none. And I don't mean that in a personal way or a mean way, but from a reality of what we do, it can be a numbers game at times. Yeah. Just phone calls and conversations, making a relationship with people. Yeah. I'm circled on a community. Someone answers the phone like, why the hell are you calling me? Blah, blah, blah. Leave me alone. You're terrible. I'm just like, okay, well, I can't help that person. Yeah. And then there's someone I'll call and I'm like, hey, it's Christian Olson with eXp Realty. I just sold your neighbor's property. We had ton of buyers walking through the door, driving the price up. And I was wondering, would you consider selling at the right price? And they're like, oh, maybe. And what is the right price? Yeah. Oh, well, how long have you been looking to, make a transition in the market? Or how long have you been looking to move? And they're like, been kind of thinking about it here and there, just with everything going on. And you kind of like qualify them a little bit more. But again, it's just a numbers game. Yeah. You might face a million no's, but that yes could be a $8 million deal or $1 million. Like it doesn't, Yeah. And so that's what I've been looking at it as.
Okay. So we're business planning right now.
Oh,
And we have our retreat tomorrow to Thursday. I know, I was looking at it this morning. I was like,
I haven't taken a look at it at all. I feel like it's from the Tom Ferry book or network or something.
I think it is. It has a letter from Tom at the beginning. Nice. That's the beginning. But it's very similar to our old one. It's just a little bit tweaked.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we've kind of been thinking about this a little bit with the mindset that what we do today isn't going to necessarily affect us today, but it's going to affect us in 30 to 90, right?
Yeah.
So in thinking like this, what have you been kind of putting as your focus for next year? Like whether it's a word, whether it's an idea, whether it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is your focus for next year?
Buying a house.
Okay.
I haven't put too much thought into it, but it's something that I've been preaching for a while now, like especially running some numbers over the past couple of weeks. I'm like, look, if I can do this, oh my God, I will be in a great position when rates come down. I'll have some equity built up into a property, and then it can help me get into, if I wanted to buy another house, I could rent that one out. I'd have so much opportunity out there, and I want to start doing more investing. It could be real estate. It could be stock. It could be anything, putting into retirement. But I think it's just like building a better life, but more, I don't want to say more importantly, but like I've had an idea of purchasing a home for a while now. So I really want to do that. Really want to do that. And I just want to keep grinding, I guess. I want to be in a healthier place. Like I was actually talking to Amar about this the other day. Like, my goal for 2024, one of them could be buying a house. One could be getting my back fixed, because that's been a pain in my ass like for probably almost a year now.
Yeah.
And it's been rough. I've been doing things to try and make it better, and it has been getting slowly a little bit better. But I just want to be back to a position where I can work out all the time and have a flow and a morning routine that involves some sort of physical activity. Because I think that can make me healthier all around and get back on track of where I was.
Yeah.
So, house, fix my back, be healthier. Those are probably my priorities. Like making money is great, but I think if all of those can align, health, your wealth, how you spend your time, your morning routine, they're all correlated.
Yeah.
And they all connect with one another.
Yeah.
So.
It's so funny you should say that, Christian. God. Mine is health too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like just kind of in every aspect, like just like my body, my mental, like my soul, like my business, my relationships, everying.
Yeah, that's good.
Gang.
Maybe we'll hold each other accountable for
peace and love.
2024.
I just feel like that was so generic when I said it, but I was like, ooh, that was really good when I was showering this morning. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that one, man.
So your number one is health.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Because I feel like just how you were saying, like I feel like that kind of offshoots into everything else, and like.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because in real estate, maybe even in other aspects of life, whether it's your job or things going out, you can get so wrapped up in other things and you neglect the importance, like your health, whether mental, physical, emotional, whatever other health things that are out there, right? And shouldn't neglect those, right? Like your body is your vehicle.
Your body is a temple.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, I don't know what that's from, but I feel like
the
it's
Bible.
From, okay.
Yeah.
But like you need to, take care of it, right? If we want to live to, a certain age, see things in life and be happy, like I don't want to be 50, 60 years old, not healthy and like uncomfortable with the way that I'm living.
Yeah.
And I think it all starts when you're young too. Like Rob Dyrdek, I don't know if you listen to his podcast, but the amount of tracking this dude does on his life and how unhealthy he lived his life for a while during the Robin Big days, during maybe even ridiculousness at times, and Fantasy Factory and all these things. He was talking about like how unhealthy he lived his life. And now he's trying to live his life where he'll be projected to live to like, I think it was like he said like over 100, maybe like 120.
Yeah.
Or over 110 years old. I'm like, God, like
but
that's
I
serious
wonder
dedication.
What he could be, what his capacity and max could be at if he had started that tracking earlier. And I feel like the other side of that too is like, I just turned 25. Like my frontal lobe is fully formed now. Like I am who I'm going to be. So like let's figure that out.
Yeah,
And like,
let's take care of it.
let's figure out how to maximize that.
Yeah.
And I feel like just kind of getting those little things all in alignment now.
Yeah,
would be great.
It's easier said than done, and that's something that I have trouble is balancing everything going on.
Right. I have a tendency to
But then, like, you know, I put one thing on the back burner, I put another thing, and it's just a list of shit, you know, and that I think is my biggest problem. It's like, you know, I needed to set up a business checking account for a while. I just did that, but it's been on my list.
Oh my God, that took me forever too.
It was on my list for so long,
Over
especially
a year.
now that I started my LLC. It's like I needed this, right?
Yeah.
And there's a couple other things that are on my list, and it's just like I put it off, I put it off, I put it off, and then I'm like,
and
oh
then
my
you
God,
do it and you're like, damn, that took 30 seconds.
yeah, and then but like if I don't do it, I'm like I got all this shit on my shoulders, and I just feel so stressed out.
Yeah.
So, you know, the amount of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Accomplishment and weight that you get lifted off of your shoulders when you do things is crazy. It can be something as simple, again, as setting a bank account. So whatever it is that you need to do.
Yeah.
If you do it, you'll feel better.
Like paying your car insurance. Like
fucking doing the laundry.
See, I just feel like everyone has different stressors, and it's so funny because the smallest things to you are going to be the most fucking astronomical things to me, and vice versa.
What's the number one thing you hate doing around the house?
Cleaning the tub. That makes me want to literally fucking blow my brains out. Absolutely not. Like
mine is definitely laundry. I can't
Dom
stand
is the
it.
same
Laundry
way.
is the worst. Like the other day, and this is me just like putting shit on the back burner. I didn't do laundry for like 2 weeks.
I don't doubt that.
And it was my hamper was like overflowing. I was like, fuck, I don't want to do this. Like, and I was like grinding at my job, like doing so much for my business, and it was great. But then like I come home and I'm like, oh shit. I just see it piling. Like it's not healthy. It's not great.
I can't do that. Like that stresses me out. And then when I get home and I see like a sock in like just dead center of the floor, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah.
Like, especially when I'm really regimented and like I'm stressed about work, I go home and make sure that shit is spotless.
Yeah,
so at least that's it's like a
well, that's good.
It's like a procrastination with work because I have little things that need to get done.
Yeah.
But
No, I feel it just.
stop.
I can't. I don't like laundry. I can't stand it. You know, if you know, we can create something that just does laundry for you, and I mean, take it out of the hamper, put it in there, and hang it and fold it, whatever.
The whole shebang.
Like, let's
Have you
please
thought
come
about
up with
just
this.
getting everything dry cleaned?
It's expensive,
I know.
but no. I only do my dry cleaning for like my
Like suits and
stuff.
business attire.
Yeah. And like other than that, I just like I don't know. I just like it's not putting it in the laundry, like in the washer and dryer. It's taking it out.
It's the folding it. So
It's
it
the
just
folding
chills
and
in the
hanging.
dryer.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Do you have
know-
like a chair you can put it on?
Maybe I can put it
Everybody
on
has
top
a
of the
clean
dryer.
laundry
you know?
chair. No.
There's probably some judgmental people watching, but I know some of you motherfuckers out there leave your shit in the dryer forever.
I'll ask
Especially-
a few people if they're judging.
Honestly, and just from chatting with friends, I feel like it leans more towards the male population leaving their shit in the dryer. 110%. From talking with friends, I have this conversation, not with everybody, but like with some people. I'm like, hey, you know, what's the worst fucking thing around the house? Laundry. Oh, you leave your shit in the dryer for days? Yep.
Okay, but I feel like I might make the argument that y'all are probably the same about like doing the dishes and running the dishwasher and stuff like that.
I mean-
It just doesn't matter as much because you're not cooking as much.
No, I cook quite a bit. I do the dishes a lot. Mic drop.
We'll see.
Just.
Anywho. Okay.
But yeah, so some things actually onto Liv's topic of our blog today. We're talking about real estate in different locations. And, you know, is there one like spot that you should be investing? I don't think so. You should talk to a professional, talk to people about like, hey, where's some good opportunity? Or like, what does your opportunity look like? It's not like, here's the best place to invest. This is the best place that you should be investing your money. Because what if it comes back to be like LA is the best place to invest? Next thing you know, purchase prices are at $5 million.
Yeah.
That's not realistic for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing like with any of these top 1% of people in real estate. You know, you can watch them on YouTube, understand what they're doing, but like not everybody in today's world can go invest in millions of dollars of property. No one people Like Ricky Carruthers, like, I'm buying property every single day. I'm closing on 5 condos this week, 5 next, 2 the next. And it's great because he's in the position to do that. He's worked very hard to do so. But realistically, can the entire population, can the average person do that? No. So the route that we have to go about it is a little bit differently. That's why I say it's not a one size fits all.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody's in a different position.
And every market's different. So like, it can even come down to, on our blog, we talk about, I think, Idaho, Colorado, Texas, Carolinas, and some of the opportunity that are in those
like
states.
Idaho, Utah, Nebraska, those kind of ones it was Idaho was number 1, Colorado's number 2, Utah number 3, North Carolina number 4, and then Texas at number 5.
But so we look at these states or any state and we're like, oh my God, this is such a great place to invest. But again, it's not one size fits all. Maybe one community is different. Maybe one county is different, or one type of home is different, right? You come here to invest in Maryland or buy a property. What you see up in Harford County versus Calvert County or Anne Arundel or Western Maryland, it's going to be a totally different market. So you need to identify where you want to invest and how, and talk to a professional about how you can do it. Because again, it's all different. Thoughts, comments?
I'd agree with it. I just think these are all super fascinating reasons. I would have thought that North Carolina was higher than Idaho and Utah. I would understand Colorado. Idaho makes sense, though, because they have such low cost of living and not crazy high home
Colorado's
values.
up there for their green living, if you know what I'm saying. I'm kidding.
I'm geeked. And I also didn't know that Utah has a crazy tech industry either.
It makes sense.
It doesn't surprise me. I just didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot higher of a
Texas
population in Utah than I thought.
I thought Texas would be a little bit higher up on the list, but
I was wondering, but I feel like they've been pretty steady with their
what's interesting, I have a great relationship with woman Jenna Hensley over there in Austin, Texas. She crushes it out there. So if anyone's looking to move over there, ask me for information. I'll connect you all. But she was telling me a little bit about their market. They have like new construction $1 million homes that just sit because they don't have an inventory issue there in Austin.
Yeah.
You know, the price point is obviously much higher than the average home in Maryland, but it's crazy. And that's why I say when you see Texas on this list, yeah, maybe Austin has inventory sitting. Maybe other parts of Texas is a hot market, right? So that's why you need to like pinpoint exactly where in each state or exactly which locations that you want to invest in or buy a home, whatever it may be, because it's not just as simple as, hey, Texas, go spend $1 million.
Yeah.
You know? One thing I wanted to comment on today.
Yeah.
Have you seen 3D printed homes? Any of you? Liv,
I have.
Heather? You've never seen it? No?
Love.
Okay. 3D printed homes, they're taking these like cement machines. And let's say this table here is like the outline of the home, right? You want to follow the edge of this table. There's something that pours cement just in a line and it follows the rectangle of the table. But what's crazy is they just let that shit dry. Like cement just drying on top. There's no like structural support at all. And people are like saying you spend a fraction of the cost on these homes, but there's also other people saying, yeah, this shit's just going to blow over in a couple of years because ground shifts and moves and just like alters in a way. And then you have cracks leading all over through your home. And I'm no contractor out there. Just read some comments and people are trolls sometimes, but they say you need like rebar to support all that concrete or it will shift and crack way more. And it's just interesting because I
feel like from my very limited knowledge, that makes sense. That holds ground. So I'm very
but
interested.
I don't understand.
Is it like...
It's a fraction of the cost.
Is it the... Is it the way that it's like...
poured or like laid?
No, like the type of concrete. Like, is it a higher percentage of something or a different composition?
Imagine you took...
Like just regular schmegular, like it's in the back of that Bob the Builder truck and just
kinda,
pours
I guess.
out.
Yeah, it would be similar.
Okay. I don't know then.
But it's just like, it's crazy to me. And I don't know if anybody listening has purchased a 3D home. I'd love your input here. How do you feel about barn doors? Do you know what that is?
No.
Like a barn dominium? Liv, you know what this is, right? No? What are y'all living under rocks?
You thought if anyone was going to know what that was, it was going to be Liv.
She's from she lives in a country area right now. You know? Barn dominium is basically like a giant barn that is your home. Massive. One of my friends is actually looking to build one, and he's like military vet, and supposedly there's a company that works with military vets to build these and purchase these, like kind of like a 0% down, I think, which is interesting.
Okay. That's interesting.
I don't know where I'm going with that, but I just thought it played onto the topic of like different types of homes.
I feel like it would just be like a high ceilinged loft style.
Yeah. And then you just pull your car into your garage, but it's also your home, but it's also your barn.
I've seen homes like that, but they're luxury homes, so I don't know how that works.
I guess it's the same thing.
I mean, I guess. But it's like, would that be warm enough? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why wouldn't you just
buy a home?
Build a house like that? You know what? I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
I'm going to build a barn down in the middle of Baltimore City.
I'm just a renter out here.
Well, anything else that you want to add? I know we kind of lost track there for a second, and I kind of went on to some random shit, but
we're looking
good.
Trailed, but we're good.
Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in. As always, you can reach out to us if you have any questions about the Trolley Tour, the real estate market, where it's headed, and some of the opportunity you may have in the market. Reach out to us. You can find me on Instagram at Christian the Deadhead, or you can reach out to me directly, 443-975-8626. And Heather, how can they find you?
My number is 443-281-9500, and you can find me on Instagram at Heather Kelley with an EY 230.
Gang. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time.
Thank you.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. For more information on the housing market, Real Estate 101, how you can leverage your position in today's market, and so much more, click on the link below. If you like this video or have a burning real estate question you'd like us to answer, leave us a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you again real soon.